Hello Aries, welcome to my channel. Victoria here at Radiant Moon Tarot. We're doing your weekly reading for January 24th through 30th, 2022. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome to you. If you're returning, welcome back. As always, I'm truly grateful for each and every one of you. Let's get right into your reading and let's see what energies are coming out for you guys this week. What do you need to be aware of? Ooh, very nice. We've got skywriting, the fates, and we also have beloved with radical acceptance. Okay, so the fates, there is some fated energy that is going on around you guys at the moment. The important message is here to be open and receptive, non-judgmental. Okay, just go with that flow. Pay attention to the signs, symbols, and synchronicities in your life. Your repeating numbers, your songs on the radio, your dreams, and of course, especially your intuition. Okay, there is something written in the stars for you. Okay, if you've been feeling disconnected, if you've been feeling as though there's been things out of alignment, okay, some of you might be stepping into your soul's purpose or coming into the realization of what it is. Okay, especially if you've been feeling like a big shift. Okay, so there is certainly some really positive vibes going on in the background to do with your abundance, your prosperity, your relationships, your spiritual self, your healing, your personal growth, you name it. Okay, the doors are opening up for you. So allow this faded energy to flow around you, okay, and to just be open and receptive to different opportunities, people, okay, all of those things. And don't be afraid. Don't be afraid and don't hesitate when the time is right to take some action as well. You will be guided. You will feel that tug, that little niggling voice in your ear. It's your intuition going, hello, hello, and I need you to do something for me. Okay, this brings about some stability into your life, but it's like a little bit of a change that's going on there. So it's really very powerful energy. And there is certainly something very interesting coming in here for you. The beloved radical acceptance, okay? There is something either within you, okay, something internally or something externally that is awakening, that is coming into your life or that is being rekindled, okay? And this requires 100% of your attention, your devotion, and your acceptance of it. Sometimes we step into these energies, sometimes we feel a shift. Okay, like, if you have a friend or a person in your life, a romantic interest, okay, your significant other, if you've got one, and sometimes you just feel everything kind of click into place. And you accept this person or this situation for the good, the bad, the ugly, for everything that this embodies. And this is what this energy really is about, is this 100% acceptance of something. So there may be an opportunity that comes in for you, okay? Or something that you are coming into a realization about yourself. And when we do open up and we do accept something 100%, not everything is perfect. And quite honestly, if you had something that was 100% perfect, it would probably be boring and probably annoy you. Okay. So, and one person's idea of perfection is another person's idea of a nightmare. Okay. So there's really no such thing as perfect anything. Okay. We all have shadow sides. We all have wonderful qualities, but we also do have some challenges or issues that go along with that. It's the balance of the universe, the yin and the yang of the universe. For every positive, there is a challenge. For every problem, there is a solution. Okay, but when we step into this energy of accepting something for as it is and as the potential that it has for the future, okay, we can actually give something our 100% time, energy, and attention. So for some of you, this is a relationship and you're just coming into a deeper level of understanding. For some of you, this is you letting something go. You're stepping into alignment with your purpose. You're understanding why you're here, or you're understanding something that you've been bugging you for a while or that you've been stuck on all of a sudden shifts and into a very positive kind of energy, everything comes back into balance, right? So everything kind of lines up for you. So there's like this big change that's coming in. So, you know, for some of you, I mean, this is a weekly reading, right? For some of you, it's just this little everything clicking into place. If you've been working on a project or if you've been lacking direction, okay, I feel you're going to get the answers that you need. If there's been some challenges or some question marks in regards to an important relationship in your life, I think you're going to really kind of be coming into that deeper realization or understanding of it, okay? Maybe even a little surprise headed your way, okay? So it's a really positive energy, and it's brings in this passion, this fire, this excitement into your week, okay? So accept certain things for as they are, even if there's something really challenging in your week ahead, okay? Those challenges, those things that don't work out in our life, they're usually a building block and a stepping stone to something bigger and better for us. And so we need to accept those challenges for as they are as well, because sometimes they're a blessing in disguise. The heart of your reading here, we've got the Hierophant stepping into a higher level of knowledge, a deeper level of commitment. Okay, there may be something in your week that you actually need to follow the rules for, okay, that you actually need to play by the book, okay, go by the book, all right, but some of you might be actually really stepping into this higher level of learning and understanding and something higher level of commitment possibly as well. Okay, crowning you is the Three of Wands. This is your influences, okay, and your thoughts. The Three of Wands is one of expansion, of moving forward, of seizing the moment, seizing a new opportunity. Okay, so for some of you, you are either taking the next step on something, okay, or you're just kind of like waiting for that right time, okay, and it brings in some excitement there. We've got the Judgment card. Okay, the Judgment card is in your subconscious, your underlying feelings, your foundation here. And it's beautiful because when we step into the Judgment energy, what do? We see the light, we see the truth, we get those answers, we get those revelations. And, you know, we sometimes get epiphany moments as well. But again, with the Fates energy here, okay, some of you really do have this big shift that's happening within you, and it's been brewing for a while. Okay, this is not an overnight thing necessarily. Okay, so very interesting energy. Inauspicious for you, what might be a challenge is the Five of Wands. So there may be some, activity around you that causes you a little bit of grief, maybe some unnecessary drama in something. Okay, and then auspicious for you, so something actually quite positive for you, benefits you, is in your favor or easy to overcome. We do have the Seven of Swords coming in there. And so that can certainly be about sorting out some major issue with maybe an important person in your life or a situation in your life. Okay, you're maybe letting bygones be bygones. You're accepting a situation for as it is. Okay, and you're kind of like in the driver's seat. So anyways, the energy at the bottom of the deck here, underlying influence, we've got the Nine of Wands, okay? So you may be a little bit skeptical about something. The Nine of Wands shows an energy of completion, okay? But something that's been a little bit challenging, okay? Something that has caused you a little bit of stress and grief, and you know what? But it's, you know, the end of a road, so to speak, all right? You may have learned some things along your journey, along your way. Perhaps the Nine of Wands, there's a situation where you need to put your foot down in the week ahead and you need to put up some boundaries. Okay, you know, it's like, no, I'm not gonna let you push me around anymore. I'm not gonna let you drain my energy anymore. Okay, I'm gonna put up some boundaries. The Nine of Wands sometimes comes out when you need to take care of yourself, when you need a little bit of a rest. Okay, a little bit of a reprieve or respite from something. Okay, take a load off, people. Okay, you know, you got a lot of activity kind of going on in the week ahead. Okay, but both internal and external. So, you know, sometimes life is a marathon and not a race, and it just feels like with the Nine of Wands here, there's been something that either has been draining your energy or that may threaten to drain your energy in the week ahead. Okay, there may also be something that has taken a lot of your time, energy, and attention, and, you know, you're just kind of feeling tired and worn down a little bit. Okay, so really when we get the Nine of Wands, Spirit's wanting to remind you to take care of yourself, your own energy, your own needs, okay, and that way you're little bit more well prepared to deal with issues that are in your path, okay, or to, you know, maybe even put up those boundaries, have a difficult conversation, and draw that line in the sand. But the Nine of Wands also indicates that there's change imminent, okay, in your life. Okay, so this may come in this week, but it may come in a little bit after. The Judgment card here being, you know, Judgment card and the Hierophant card both being major arcana. The energy can last a little bit longer than just this week. Okay, so there may be some big changes that are happening for you internally, externally, and they may or may not occur this week, although the Hierophant can sometimes be a little bit of a change there, with that being a 5. Okay, but the Nine of Wands can also sometimes indicate a potential leveling up. You're about to get rewarded in some way for all of your hard work, perseverance, drive, and determination. All right. But the Hierophant is Taurus energy right in the center of your reading. So some of you may be really focused on your relationships in the week ahead, okay? Perhaps this is something to do with a marriage or a long-term commitment. Can be a relationship, like a romantic relationship, your significant other, but can also be a workplace situation that's gone on as well. Maybe you've been in one place for a really long time, and maybe you're looking for a little bit of a change or to shake things up a little bit, looking for fresh opportunities maybe, okay? But the Hierophant can also indicate that there may be something that you really do need to play by the book. You need to play by the rules. Or maybe sometimes you are forced to play by the rules and you're looking to do something different. Okay, because you can certainly have that shift, right? Sometimes we feel a little bit boxed in. We feel a little bit closed in. It's like, I have a lot to offer. I've got a lot of ideas. I've got a lot of, I've got a lot of, things that I'm passionate about. Okay. And, I don't always fit in a box. And so if you're one of those people, you've been in a situation for a while where it's like you're not free to be yourself, you're not free to be authentic, okay, then you may very well be looking for the next best thing. You might be looking for something a little bit different. And with the Hierophant there, it does represent quite often a higher level of learning as well, a little bit of an ascension, okay? And sometimes we're just in a situation where all of a sudden things click into place and you step into that realization that, you know what, I either know what I need to do. I need to play by the book, play by the rules. Okay. I need to be really committed and firm to something here in order to resolve my situation. But sometimes everything really does click into place and we finally just get that clarity that we have been missing. And we're like, you know what? I don't fit in a box. I need to be me. I need to be in a situation where not only can I accept myself for who I am, but that the people that I'm around will also accept me for who I am also. And it's a huge realization sometimes when we step into that. Okay, it's actually incredibly self-empowering is what it really is. And relationships, workplace situations, all of these things, even the stories that we tell ourselves, can sometimes keep us in a little bit of a box. Okay, so that Hierophant is really playing an important role in some aspect in your week ahead. Where do I commit my time and energy? What do I believe in? Perhaps some of you are questioning those things in the week ahead. Okay, you're still going about your day-to-day life and doing what you need to do, but this is like maybe a little bit deeper for some of you there. And probably not something that has been, just come in overnight. Probably some inkling of thoughts or ideas that has been brewing for quite some time. Okay, but I'm also feeling here with the Hierophant though, and with the Nine of Wands, that you have a potential to level up in a situation as well. Take something to the next step, the next level. Okay, perhaps in a relationship, the Hierophant known as the marriage card quite often. Okay, but maybe there's some non-conformity there as far as a long-term commitment goes. Okay, perhaps marriage is not necessarily in the cards for you. And maybe it's some unconventional kind of commitment that is in there for you instead, right? Some people, some people live many years with their significant other without ever tying the actual knot, right? And they're no less committed or anything like that, but it just works for them. And who is a good example, apparently? People that you know, what are their names? Goldie Hawn, yes, Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell, right? They've never been married. They've just, but they're a unit, and for all intents and purposes, at least outwardly, it seems to work for them, right? But it's a little bit unconventional, right? People might sit there and think, how come you don't get married already, right? Like, you've been together for however many years, and but maybe they don't. Sometimes people don't feel the need to do that. Okay, so certainly commitments may be at play for you. Okay, I'm going to go right to the Judgment card here. Okay, so there's maybe some surprises in store for you in the week ahead, or you're just figuring things out. The Judgment card comes in here. You might be feeling as though you need to get something out in the open. Okay, have a discussion. Maybe there's something that you've been ignoring for a while, and now you're just feeling like you need to just come out with it. Okay, blurt out with it. So there might be an important conversation that you need to have. The Judgment card can certainly be where you see the light, you see the truth of something. Okay, so perhaps there's been something that you've been putting off, or again, like I said a little bit earlier, maybe there's just this big shift within you where you're just, everything's coming into place, everything's clicking for you, and you just have this deeper level of understanding of yourself, the situations that are around you. And it's a very powerful energy, really, when we get the Judgment card. So, but the Judgment card is, for some of you, a bit of a spiritual awakening, especially with the Hierophant card there. For some of you, the Judgment card is really where you see the light in something, you see the truth in something, and you maybe even figure out what you're meant to do. Sometimes when we step into alignment with our soul's purpose and we get that deeper level of understanding, it's a little bit of a life-changing moment. Okay, it's a very significant moment in time for you. But Judgment card can be about releasing and letting go. So some of you are looking to extract yourself from a situation that is no longer healthy. It's degenerated to the point where it's like, oh man, I really got to get out of here. It's draining your energy, 9 of Wands, and you're done. 9s are about completion. Okay, so maybe there's just some things that you need to wrap up, or you're just starting to put your feelers out there to figure out what you want to do. Okay, job, relationship aspect of you perhaps as well. Okay, maybe you're just changing your ways. All right, but Judgment can also be about reconciliation and second chances. So you may actually be working through some sort of challenges and difficulties in a situation in your life, and the Judgment card shows that you may be feeling as though you're not ready to throw in the towel yet. Okay, you might be ready to hear someone out, open your ears, okay, and step into this level of acceptance. And, sometimes, people talk about like things like deal breakers in certain situations. And while I'm sure we have them, and they can certainly be a real thing, right? Sometimes the word deal breaker itself is like completely inflexible, but sometimes we need to be kind of open to someone else's perspective, point of view, or where they've come from, or why they do something, and instead of just being like, oh, no, your smile doesn't reach your eyes. Yeah, okay, I'm out of here. Okay, and it's like, okay, so sometimes we need to be a little bit more understanding and accepting. So Judgment card, there could certainly be a second chance for something that you are considering, whether it's a person, a situation may come back around. Okay, but there's also this energy of forgiveness as well. Okay, of accepting and letting go. Okay, so, this again could just be this little bit of personal growth for you that you've got going on. Okay, but your 3 of Wands here is in your crowning position. This is your thoughts and your influences. Okay, keeping an open mind. All right, looking at the potential of a situation. Okay, and if there's no potential in the situation where you're in right now, then you're ready to move forward. You're ready to take some sort of action. The 3 of Wands is one of knowing what you want and then getting ready. Okay, it is one of expansion. It can be one of forward movement, but it's like sometimes waiting for the right moment and the right time. And it feels here in your reading with the energy that's coming out, the time is pretty imminent, okay? If it's not this week, it's very, very, very soon. But you're certainly keeping an open mind, okay? But your path forward is clear. You're removing obstacles, you're removing blocks. And so whether this is just some acceptance that you're stepping into, or whether you're looking to make some movements or level up or move on, okay, this is a little bit of a shift there, right? But it is that expansive kind of energy. Challenging you or causing you a little bit of grief this week is the Five of Wands. Okay, the Five of Wands is certainly possibly some drama that's going on around you. Okay, a little bit of infighting, people not working together, you know, just a lot of activity. It could just be that it's a really busy week for you. Okay, and in Nine of Wands, right, you got a lot going on in the week ahead. The Nine of Wands is like, oh my God, I need to take a time out. Okay, so don't forget to rest and rejuvenate your own energy. Okay, try and find even just 5 minutes. Okay, just 5 minutes. Try and find some time for yourself there. Okay, recharge your batteries. Okay, you could just be having one of these weeks where everyone is coming at you. Okay, and you're like, oh my goodness gracious, leave me alone. Okay, but you could also have some sort of you know, infighting or drama in some situation, your home, your workplace. Okay, people just really not getting along. And with the Hierophant here, you might actually you might possibly be the one to quash this. Okay, you might actually be a little bit of a guiding light for others, or maybe the voice of reason. Okay, especially with the Seven of Swords, they're working in your favor. Okay, you're just like, okay, I don't like the way this is going. And if you actually look at the Hierophant in this particular deck, we can take some directional cues. All right, and I mean, this person does not look very happy at all with the shenanigans that these people are up to. Okay, so you could certainly be resolving something there. Okay, or just you know, putting people back in their place, whatever that happens to be. But it could also be the Five of Wands. Quite often does show up for me when people are doing a lot of online searches. Okay, job search, relationship search, okay, those kind of things. Because, you know, the Five of Wands can be that competition, and people, a whole bunch of people, you know, competing for the same thing, for the one prize, right? So a job, a love, you know, whatever that happens to be. So the Five of Wands could just be, especially if you're looking for a new job or you're looking to leave a current situation, the Five of Wands can certainly be that there is a lot of opportunities out there, but there's also a lot of competition. And it can certainly be one of those weeks where, okay, you're ready for something a little different, and every time you look anywhere, it's like, oh my God, this job looks wonderful for me, but there's already 1,400 applicants. Great, how do I stand out in a crowd? So you might want to look at doing something a little bit different there. This could just be a little bit of a challenge for you. Okay, so, but again, your energy may be a little bit drained in the week ahead. Okay, you might just be feeling just a little bit down, just physically drained. Okay, maybe even spiritually as well, because the Hierophant is a very spiritual card, as well as is the Judgment card. Okay, so if you're feeling a little bit energetically or spiritually drained there, again, try and take some time out for yourself. The Three of Wands can be one of travel. Okay, so maybe a night away from home might be good for you. Okay, plan a little bit quick getaway, even if it's just, you know, a few hours away in the afternoon or something. You might be making those plans. Okay, so you'll get over it. Okay, you'll deal with whatever you need to deal with. Okay, it's just some little funny business there in the day-to-day. Okay, but going well for you is the Seven of Swords. Your ability to do things on your own, how should we say, the way you want them to be, okay? To not conform to other people's agendas, other people's ideas of you, okay? The Seven of Swords can certainly be one of accepting things for as they are, not worrying about the things that you can't change, the Two Swords that are down there, and trying to stay positive and not focus on the challenges or the negative. Seven of Swords quite often comes in when you're trying to get your thoughts in alignment, your ducks in a row, you're trying to be positive, positive. Again, this is in your auspicious placement, okay? And while, yes, the Seven of Swords can sometimes indicate some deception, some lies, betrayals around you, quite often a little bit of a heads up for you, okay? Just keep your eyes and ears peeled there. Make sure your intuition, you're listening to it, okay? But it's in your auspicious placement. So if there's been some sort of challenges or some upsets, okay, this Seven of Swords here is your ability to rectify a situation, okay, to clear up some misunderstandings, especially with the Judgment card there. Get things out in the open, get to the heart of the matter, get to the truth of the matter, and figure things out, okay? But this can certainly be about you getting your proverbial ducks in a row, okay, getting your thoughts together, getting getting a little bit of clarity in your situation as well, okay? And we do still have Mercury in retrograde this week, okay? So the Seven of Swords is not really surprising, okay? There it feels as though, you know, you may have the opportunity here to resolve some differences, but also here take some little extra due care, caution, and attention with your communication of all forms, okay? And that way you can avoid, or even you might have to clear up some misunderstandings there, okay? Mercury retrograde, it happens. And, you know, but I do have to say, speaking of Mercury retrograde and the fact that the Judgment card is coming out, sometimes people come back to us, okay, in retrograde, whether it's just to find closure or whether it's to make amends or maybe a second chance there, okay? Retrograde sometimes does bring situations or people back to the forefront for us, okay? But this can also be that energy within you where you get things bubbling up to the surface, okay? And maybe now is when you're getting a little bit of inner peace and enlightenment in your situation, okay? But, you know, but overall, I think you're sorting some things out here. You're resolving some differences, okay? You're getting clarity, and I think you're going to get a little bit of a clear sense of direction in things as well, all right? So, and getting that closure possibly too. But I think there's some big changes ahead for you. We do have number 55 coming out there, so you may want to look up the spiritual and angel meaning of number 55. All right, so I'm going to leave that there for you, but I'm going to get a message from your guardian angels. I think this reading went just a little bit long, but let's see what I've got for you here. I'm just going to pull you the one of these, and this may or may not resonate with every single person, but let's have a look. And what do we have here? We have a prayer card. So these are actually the most powerful cards in this entire deck. Dear guardian angel, help me to believe that all is possible through love. Help me manifest my dreams and live my inspiring and fulfilling life. Help me to feel God's presence in every moment. Help me feel eternally loved. Thank you for being always by my side. Okay. Very nice little prayer there. And you can replace the word God with, interesting, you can replace the word God with spirit, source, universe, whatever your higher power is there. Okay, so anyways, I'm going to leave that there for you guys. Okay, so some beautiful energy that's coming in here. And I think you're just sorting out some things in your week ahead, but in a very powerful and positive way. Okay, so I hope there was something here that resonated with you guys. I hope you have a great day. I hope you have a fantastic week, and I will see you next time. Bye.